Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on HBAR. Yeah, we're tracking here on the HBAR chart something that actually looks a little bit like a descending wedge pattern. We talked about that on the daily chart a lot, but I thought I'll add it here to the smaller time frame as well. I don't like these patterns so much, I have to say it. These wedge patterns, they are often highlighted as patterns that should break to the upside. I mean, technically, yeah, it happens, but in this cycle, I mean, the last couple of years, these patterns on crypto charts, and I'm looking at hundreds per week, there haven't been many that actually broke to the upside. Okay, so they often even break to the downside. So it's nearly like a confirmation that we are still in a downtrend. No, I mean, it's just something, just some trend lines to watch because we have a couple of touch points. You know, in both of these trend lines. Important to note that I'm still tracking that blue scenario at the moment as most probable scenario. What is the blue count? Blue count means we're in a fourth wave. By the way, in both of these scenarios, I'm considering the price as in a fourth wave. The main difference between both of these scenarios is that in the blue scenario, we are probably going down a little bit more directly. But you can see on the chart here this resistance zone, which is between 17.3 cents and 19 cents or 19.1 cents to be precise. That is the micro resistance area that, as long as it's holding, as long as the price is holding below resistance, the blue scenario, in my view, remains in control. It would take a break, a decisive break actually, above this resistance zone to indicate that the bulls are trying to take over, that the bulls are trying to drive the price higher, and that would then shift the focus towards the white scenario, in which we are also in a wave 4. Yeah, but in this scenario, the wave 4 will be just a wider A, B, C flat correction, and we would simply move up in wave C of B in the white count, possibly targeting previous swing highs and Fibonacci resistances around the 28 cent area. But the white count is not clearly preferred because we would start the rally from a new low. So in the white count, the B wave of the B wave, very difficult structure to track. It would be an overshooting B wave to the downside. That does happen, but it's not too common. So at the moment, it's quite simple. As long as we're holding below resistance, I'm watching for lower. And in the very short term, we could be working on the fifth wave down in circle wave C. There are a couple of Fibonacci levels that meet down there around 12.8 cents and 12.7 cents. These act as targets. As I said, we probably won't go down in a direct fashion, in a very direct fashion, not in a straight line. There are ups and downs, and a pattern to track here is this ABC structure in the blue count. Bit like that, yeah. Where we could just be in a B wave of wave 5 down. So A down, B up, C down. And then the B wave would be an ABC structure itself. So that's how I track it, because the move down could just be a diagonal pattern. But again, it might be an impulse. But it just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, if it's an impulse, we might be dealing with an extended fifth wave or so. Well, this might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's possible as well. So the resistance area would be the same either way. Yeah. So that's how I'm tracking it at the moment. Another interpretation could be that maybe the blue third wave is down there and this is a fourth wave bounce. But even then, this resistance area would be relevant, and it would really take a 5-wave move up above resistance anyway to suggest something more bullish is playing out. So for now, the trend is down. What confirms further all of this is that this actually looks more like a 3-wave move up as well. So like that. You might visually be able to count 5 waves, but when we look at Fibonacci levels internally, it does look more like 3 waves up because it hasn't even reached the 138% extension. So just basically, to keep it simple, Fibonacci guidelines for a more bullish interpretations haven't been respected. So yeah, it is seen as a 3-wave move up. That can, of course, form a wider B wave and could lead to a test of resistance before we go down further. So that should give you all the levels that matter. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.